Welcome back. 5 for 5. The resurgence of promises made by the current UWP administration has sparked many political debates and left many wondering what exactly this means for the people of St. Lucia. Two of the key components highlighted were the national health insurance and VAT reduction. MP for Anse-la-Raye Canneries, Dominic Fede, outlines the key components of these two initiatives.
National health insurance, an idea initially proposed in 2016, is once again making its way into the plans of the United Workers' Party as part of their 5 for 5 proposal. At a UWP conference on Wednesday, 30th June, Parliamentary Representative for Anse-la-Raye Canneries, Dominic Fede, sought to provide a more conclusive explanation of the National Health Insurance Initiative to extinguish some of the burning questions from the public. He said that the current UWP administration has worked assiduously to ensure the health of the nation while recognizing the need to provide national health insurance.
We are proposing as part of our 5 for 5 the National Health Insurance Scheme. It has been something we have been diligently working on and are ready to implement for all St. Lucians in our first 100 days when we are elected by the people of St. Lucia at the next general elections. It will deliver up to $75,000 in benefits for each person every year. It will mean our people will be healthier as they can access medical care when they are sick rather than when they can't afford it. It will ensure that preventable or treatable diseases do not go untreated. It will include general practitioner visits and prescription medicines, along with very serious medical procedures, so that everyone can benefit. It will be free for the elderly, the vulnerable, the single unemployed parents, and those with special needs.
In addition, he spoke about the ongoing plan to reduce VAT and provide a more simplified tax system that will benefit the economy. The current UWP administration succeeded in reducing the VAT rate from 15% to 12.5%.
It is our proposal in the next 5 years of our term to continue along this path, to continue to implement a simplified tax system across the spectrum, to give businesses a tax that they will be confident in, to give employees a tax that they will get greater jobs, to give businesses the room to pay higher salaries, and to give consumers the wherewithal to be able to afford certain commodities that have become out of reach because of the implementation of the value-added tax at a rate of 15% back in 2012. And so, members of the press, we will continue to work with the World Bank, to work with the IMF and other institutions to ensure that we eventually do away with VAT and implement taxes that are more simplified, taxes that are going to buoy confidence within the general economy.
The aim of these plans is to bridge the gap between the haves and have-nots to create a St. Lucia that cares about every St. Lucian equally. For the Hot 7 Nightly News, I am Kareem Nelson.
Parliamentary Representative for Labrie, Alva Baptiste, is taking apart the UWP's 5 for 5 plan. The 5-point plan was the focus of much criticism for the MP during a virtual public meeting held for the Dennery North constituency.
While the United Workers' Party is promising St. Lucia 5 main things that it will undertake during the next 5 years if elected into office, SLP candidate and member for Labrie, Alva Baptiste, is calling the UWP out for being too little too late with its promises. Baptiste is rubbishing the plans to provide unemployment benefits, citing that the time for it was in the thick of the COVID-19 pandemic.
How can Flabo come on the eve of an election and say that they are going to provide unemployment benefits? When people who are unemployed during COVID, you showed no sensitivity whatsoever. You showed none. Come and talk about you're going to give people a break on school books. The Labour Party provided books, uniforms, and everything for people from poor homes in this country. What are you promising to do? Reduce VAT? Under the Labour Party, we exempted and zero-rated over 100 items. For who are you reducing the VAT? In fact, once you reduce the VAT from 15% to 12.5%, which is a 16% decrease, you put $1.50 on the tax for gas, increasing it by 60%.
Medical care for all as well as monthly assistance for the needy are also part of the 5-point plan. Baptist is rubbishing that too.
What else they say they're going to do again? Medical care for all. There's medication for diabetes. I'm hearing about massive shortages. Whilst you have hundreds of millions of dollars going to the FFF, you cannot provide basic medication for people with diabetes in this country. And you say that you love the people and that you are going to pay a little kakada on electricity and water for them every month. You're going to provide monthly assistance to the needy. You are going to provide monthly assistance to the needy. We put some allowance for people with disability. Vous voulez dire moi tout bonnement comme ça 5 ans nou j'about et qu'a besoin qu'a changer assistance to the needy.
According to the UWP, the 5 for 5 plan is an extension of its 2016 5 to Stay Alive plan. For the Labrie MP, neither plan is viable.
They started with 5 to Stay Alive. Et qu'a besoin yo qu'a vini 5 for 5. Isam chasne apwan bagay betan ni pied. Yo dile betan ni pied modo. 8 jours après Kavin gade soumo. So they knew it was 5 to ensure that you do not stay alive. You all are still alive. Praise God for Sean Edward and the St. Lucia Labour Party. Betani Pia Gavi Ebu gade 6 autres more. Et qui gabayot 5 for 5.
He is calling for citizens to reject the United Workers' Party and give the SLP an opportunity to bring real change. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
The president of the Vendors Association says vendors have had to temper their expectations when it comes to the resumption of cruise tourism on the island. Despite the fanfare surrounding Celebrity Millennium calling into Port Castries, there was not a cruise passenger in sight, according to Ras Ipa Isaac.
We are not happy about that, to tell you the truth, because we would think that, whosoever are the persons who would be, interfacing with people on the ship would probably do something to assist us in trying to get people to come here and to direct them in our direction, because we have been down for, as you said, quite some time, which is, to be exact, of 15 months. And for this 15 months, whatever we had in terms of our finances, if you were having a little savings, all that have been depleted, I must say. So we are not happy about that, to tell you the truth. And when a ship is in port and no one comes here or traverses through here, it is sad for us, because we have put so much into it, and then to walk back home without nothing, it's sad for us.
Isaac says expectations were high, but it quickly became clear that Tuesday was not what vendors had hoped for.
They may have gone into other excursions with catamarans and so on. So it is the way it is looking for us so far, that we haven't seen no one from the cruise ship. We have seen some visitors in the market and the arcade, but none from the cruise ship so far. So while we appreciate the re-emergence of the cruise sector and the whole startup point of cruise tourism in St. Lucia, we haven't seen anyone from the ship so far, and that is the Celebrity Millennium.
That was the president of the Craft and Dry Goods Vendors Association, Peter Ras Ipa Isaac. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We'll be right back.